Now, your top campus stories with Evan Rosenick and Olivia Felix. Weather with Maddox Emmerich, and BNN Blitz with Eli Bennis and Marissa Day. This is Blue Gold News Now.
Good evening, I'm Evan Rosenick.
And I'm Liv Felix.
Coming up tonight, the Davies Center is filled with fun.
A walk around town for a good cause.
And your weekly recap of Blue Gold sports on BNN Blitz.
But first, voting information for the upcoming election. Election season is upon us. Polls for Wisconsin's spring election this next Tuesday, April 7th. The general election features a statewide race for Wisconsin Supreme Court and local races such as City Council President, Eau Claire County Supervisor, and member of the Eau Claire County School Board District. UWEC has a helpful voting while at UWEC guide for students on their website, uwec.edu. Otherwise, visit myvote.wisconsin.gov for more information about what's on your ballot, registering to vote, finding your polling place, voting absentee by mail, and tracking your ballot.
On Tuesday, April 7th, the UWEC Music and Theater Arts program will be hosting their annual Concert Band Festival showcase at the Pablo Center. The showcase features 3 of UWEC's wind bands, the University Band, directed by Dr. Kara Metzger, the Symphony Band, directed by Dr. Philip Ostrander, and the Wind Symphony, directed by Dr. John R. Stewart. The bands will collectively be performing a larger variety of wind pieces designed to demonstrate the tradition of the UWEC band program. The bands will receive written and verbal feedback from other faculty in the program, as well as some special guest artists who will be attending the event. Doors will open at 6:30 p.m., with the performance beginning at 7:30 p.m. Tickets can be purchased on the Pablo Center website at a special rate for students.
Looking for an opportunity to tap into your inner farmer? Gavin's Farm in Menominee is holding their 21st annual Farm Babies event. For the next couple weekends, animal lovers can get some hands-on experience with hundreds of friendly and loving farm animals. Attendees are welcome to feed, hold, or simply admire the animals. The farm's motto, "If it fits in your lap, we will let you hold it," applies to their sheep, lambs, pigs, piglets, goats, kids, chicks, alpacas, and ponies. Ponies and alpacas are probably off the table for most when it comes to holding, but Gavin's Farm does offer pony rides. If you need a break from the fun, there will be apple cider donuts, kettle corn, lunch, and beverages available for all. All activities are held inside their barn. Gavin's Farm is open from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., so swing by and don't forget to bring your cameras. For more information and ticket purchase, please visit gavinsfarm.org. This past weekend, Davies hosted UW Eau Claire's annual Culture Fest.
BNN reporter Samara Marcano has more on the story.
Thanks, Evan and Liv. Last weekend, students and locals gathered in the Davies Center at the University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire to celebrate culture and diversity. This family-friendly event hosted tables and vendors representing various cultures from around the world. I talked to one of the vice presidents of one of these student organizations about their role in Culture Fest.
We wanted to cultivate a more mindful space to educate people on more Latin American countries than just the ones that are really popular in Wisconsin. So for example, Mexico is very popular in Wisconsin, but we would like to expand and educate about other countries, such as countries in South America, Central America, and also the Caribbean, as well as share our culture through food, decorations, clothing, and customs that we do at our club meetings. So today we're selling very popular street foods that are popular throughout Latin America, such as esquites, fruta, and agua frescas. And we're also selling custom-made bows, handmade by us, that represent several different flags from Latin America.
The festival offered an interactive game where attendees could collect stamps from different countries and a passport with the goal to collect them all. Games and crafts were offered, such as origami, quilt patterning, and calligraphy practice. If dance was your interest, the event also offered group dance lessons throughout the day as well. Local artists gathered to show off their skills through dance and music throughout the festival and to represent their rich cultures. We talked with organizers about their goals for the event.
Culture Fest is really run by communities and school and just the diversity itself. I think it's important that everybody just came together and really had a good time, like families, students, also people that are a little older that have been to Eau Claire when they were like younger, just really like everybody coming together. I think that's the most important for us.
Events like the UW Eau Claire Culture Fest serve as a reminder that diversity is not just something to celebrate for a day, but something that continues to shape and strengthen the campus community year-round. As the event came to a close, that sense of unity and shared experience lingered far beyond the final performance. I personally can't wait to see what Culture Fest will bring next year. Back to you, Evan and Liv.
Thanks, Samara. Easter is just around the corner, and one local business is making a fun start to the holiday. On Saturday, April 4th, Decadent Gifts and Gallery is holding a toy Easter bunny making class where participants will learn to make posable toy bunnies out of only recycled material. The recycled material used will consist of mainly paper bags and other recycled papers, with all materials being provided for all participants. Buttons and ribbons will also be provided as embellishments for the decor. The event will run from 10 a.m. to noon at Decadent Gifts and Gallery on Water Street, and you can register for the class at decadentgift.com/classes.
Soak up some comedic chaos this Friday, April 3rd. Eau Claire Improv is hosting a long-form improvised show built on conversation, connection, and of course, comedy. A group of 6 comedians, known together as Homewreckers, will sit in their makeshift living room set and discuss topics from their own personal stories or even audience suggestions. The Homewreckers will then stand and let their ideas collide into improvised scenes. Rules are fast and loose, and the discussions are spontaneous and authentic. Doors to this event open at 7, and the show will run from 7:30 to 9 p.m. Tickets are $15. For ticket purchase, please visit volume1tickets.org. Last weekend, the Eau Claire community came together to support people with MS.
BNN reporter Simon Schaefer has more on the story.
Thank you, Liv and Evan. Last weekend at the Sonnentag Center, MS Take Charge Incorporated and UW Eau Claire student volunteers hosted a walk to raise awareness and provide funding for multiple sclerosis, also known colloquially as MS. The event started at 11 a.m. on Saturday the 28th with a bang. Community members who came to the event as racers lined up and began their walk, intended to show support for the MS community in Eau Claire and beyond. The event was sponsored by a number of local businesses, such as therapeutic yoga centers and physical therapy clinics, each selling products or services that would help alleviate various aspects of MS. Activities and games intended to demonstrate the difficulties of living with MS and provide more information on the disease were available for families and individuals to engage with and learn from. In addition to the fundraising to help those with MS, the event also provided a unique opportunity for student volunteers. The event was run large part by these volunteers who contributed their time to give back to the community. I interviewed 2 of them on their favorite parts of their experience.
This right now has been going on. All come together and it really just puts in perspective.
Yeah, it's very fulfilling to see something work. A lot of fun also working with like Jeff over here, and we had a big every Thursday.
The event concluded around 2 p.m. of that Saturday after providing entertainment, education, and support to those with MS and their families. You can find future events hosted by MS Take Charge Incorporated on their website, www.mstakecharge.org. For BNN, I'm Simon Schaefer. Back to you, Liv and Evan.
Thanks, Simon. BNN will be right back after this break.
Stick around for your weather forecast and an update on Blue Gold Sports on BNN Blitz.
Hey, listen. They want authenticity, but then when they get it, they don't.
Thank you, Evan and Liv. Good evening. I'm future forecaster Maddox Emmerich with your weather report tonight. Did you miss me? I missed you all. And now that we're back after a spring hiatus, we can finally all get back to what really matters, complaining about the weather together. Lovely to have you all tonight. I hope you've enjoyed the lovely weather we've been having today. Reminds me of the first couple days of spring break with the winter storm warning and the panic. Nevertheless, looking ahead, we're in for a rainy roller coaster of a week. The weather was kind to us before today with warmer temperatures, but now we're right back to reality with some cold days and showers coming up. Let's all hope that our inevitable rain doesn't turn into inevitable downpours. But regardless, I recommend you bring some raincoats for this week. Today, we're sitting at a high of 38, a low of 31, and an average temperature of 37 degrees. Looking ahead, Friday, we're sitting at a high of 47 and a low of 33, with some PM showers expected. Saturday, we're at a high of 39 and a low of 28, with some rain and even possible snow showers expected, so I'd advise bundling up inside for most of this weekend. Sunday gives us some brief reprieve with a high of 51 and a low of 39, even with some sunny weather. Monday sees the clouds return as we hit a high of 46 and a low of 22, and Tuesday sees similar numbers, with a high of 47 and a low of 32. Wednesday closes out the week with even more rain and a warmer high of 58 and a low of 42. Surveying the area, La Crosse sees some warmer temperatures at 42 degrees, with Winona similar at 40 degrees. Rochester sees temperatures more akin to ours at 38, as does Mankato at 36. Minneapolis sees the same temperatures as Mankato tonight. Well, that's all we have for your forecast tonight. Our April showers are likely just beginning, so tune in next week to see how much more rain we are truly in for before hopefully, fingers crossed, finally see some consistent good weather. I've been your future forecaster, Maddox Emmerich. Now over to Marissa and Eli for sports on BNN Blitz.
Immediate push. Stanwood's there to meet her. Stanwood again. Showtime. Stanwood. Set point UWO.
Welcome to BNN Blitz. I'm Eli Bennis.
And I'm Marissa Day with your weekly recap of Blue Gold sports action. After former head coach Tanya England announced her retirement in March, the future of Blue Gold women's basketball quickly became a question on campus. Over the weekend, UWEC Director of Athletics Jason Verdugo provided an answer, announcing the hiring of Hannah Iverson as the program's next head coach. A Chippewa Valley native and Eau Claire North High School graduate, Iverson returns home with an impressive resume and a proven track record in the WIAC. She spent the last 7 seasons at UW Stout, where she compiled a 125-74 record and became the second winningest coach in program history. During her tenure, Iverson led the Blue Devils to a 2023 WIAC regular season title, a 2024 conference tournament championship, and back-to-back NCAA tournament runs, including a Sweet 16 appearance in 2024 and the program's first ever Final Four in 2025. For UW-Eau Claire, the hire represents more than just experience. It's a full circle moment. Iverson grew up around the program and now returns to lead it into a new era, bringing with her a vision centered on toughness, trust, and togetherness.
On March 26th through the 27th, Blue Gold football head coach Rob Erickson announced the hiring of 2 new assistant coaches. Brennan Webb was named the defensive line coach for the program after last being at D2 Black Hills State as the team's film coordinator and defensive line coach. Webb in college attended the University of South Dakota, where on the football team on defense earned All-American honors and was MVFC All-Conference First Team. The second hiring was Carl Reinholtz, who will be the linebackers coach. Last year, Reinholtz was the special teams coordinator for Tongue River High School in Dayton, Wyoming. Reinholtz also worked with linebackers at the University of North Dakota for 11 years, where he coached 3 All-Americans.
It was a big weekend for Blue Gold softball as they faced off in a doubleheader against St. Catherine University. In Game 1, UW-Eau Claire dominated the Wildcats 9-1 behind a standout all-around performance from WIAC Softball Athlete of the Week, Claire Beck, who pitched a complete 5-inning game, allowing just 2 hits and no earned runs. The Blue Golds took control early and broke things open with a 5-run 4th inning. Beck also contributed offensively with 3 hits and 2 RBIs, while Breely Gluck added a 2-run homer and 3 RBIs. Chloe Ricard drove in 4 runs, helping power a balanced and efficient offensive attack. Game 2 saw the Blue Golds once again in the driver's seat. The team completed their Sunday sweep with a 15-7 win, fueled by an explosive 8-run first inning and 5 more runs in the second. Jane Wallace led the offense with 2 home runs and 6 RBIs, while Paige Lathrop added 3 hits, 3 RBIs, and 3 runs scored. After a rough start from Lauren Trottier, Casey Felden stabilized things with 2 scoreless innings in relief, securing the high-scoring victory. With this sweep, Blue Gold softball improves to 18-4 this season, extending their win streak to 13.
To start conference play, Blue Gold baseball faced conference opponent UW Oshkosh March 28th through the 29th on the road. A 3-run first inning fueled 11-run first game showing for the Blue Golds. The Blue Golds had 13 hits with 3 extra base hits while holding Oshkosh to 4 runs on 6 hits. Starting pitcher Nicholas Muser went 5 innings, allowing just 1 earned run. Looking for a doubleheader sweep, the Blue Golds erupted for 5 runs in the top of the 3rd inning. Up 6-3 after 6 innings, the Blue Golds were able to hold Oshkosh for the win and Saturday sweep. On Sunday, Oshkosh responded in the first game of the day with 8 runs off 3 extra base hits in the first 5 innings. The Blue Golds were held to 1 run in the game, falling 11-1. In the second game of the day and final of the series, John DiGregorio left the yard with a solo home run. DiGregorio had a successful weekend with 2 home runs and 6 RBIs. The game went back and forth with an Austin Curdy 2-run triple in the top of the 9th inning, breaking the game open 9-6. Pitcher Sebastian De La Toba secured the save for the Blue Golds. With the series win against Oshkosh, this is the Blue Golds' second conference series win under head coach Patrick Riley, who's in his 3rd season.
Coming up for Blue Gold Athletics this weekend, starting with Friday, April 3rd, baseball heads to Menominee to take on UW Stout at noon and 3 p.m., while men's golf competes in the Illinois Wesleyan Invitation, also starting at noon. To round off the day, men's and women's track and field will take part in the Ashton May Invitational, hosted by UW Lacrosse.
On Saturday, April 4th, softball will host Hope College for a strikeout cancer doubleheader beginning at 10 a.m. at Bollinger Field. Finally, Blue Gold baseball returns to finish their weekend series with 2 more games at UW Stout starting at noon.
You can find broadcasts for these sports and more on the WIAC network.
That's all for the world of Blue Gold sports. I'm Eli Bennis.
And I'm Marissa Day. Back to you, Evan and Liv.
Thanks, Marissa and Eli. Recently, a group of high school students have combined their passion for tennis with their value of the environment to give old tennis balls another bounce. And that's why this is our Favorite Story of the Week. Another Bounce was founded as a group of 13 student athletes representing 6 high schools in Los Angeles who are dedicated to lessening the impact of trash tennis balls on the environment. It is estimated that 500 million tennis balls, racquetballs, and pickleballs are thrown away each year, and due to the rubber present in tennis balls and racquetballs, they can take over 400 years to decompose. The majority of these balls will be incinerated, but the remaining 125 million are thrown into landfills each year.
However, it is possible to recycle the plastics found in tennis balls and pickleballs. Another Bounce has partnered with Ridwell, a specialized recycling plant in Los Angeles, which will shred and wash the balls to be used in other products such as nursery plant pots, plastic packaging, and more fresh tennis balls and pickleballs. Their goal is to use the recycled material to create a more sustainable future for the game.
Another Bounce has been collecting tennis balls and pickleballs not only to recycle them, but to set a world record for the most tennis balls collected and recycled. The previous record to beat is 1,000 balls, and the team will continue to collect tennis balls up until April 19th, when a special Earth Day collection event will be held in Los Angeles.
Alongside simple collection and recycling, Another Bounce has been asking ball manufacturers to create programs to support end-of-life solutions for tennis balls and pickleballs, such as take-back program that will collect tennis balls and pickleballs and send them to a recycling plant.
Another Bounce has been collecting balls from local parks, clubs, and schools, and has been branching outside of their community to collect as many balls as possible. If you'd like to support their cause, you can donate your old tennis balls to them through their website, anotherbounce.org.
That's really nice. I didn't even know that there was a world record for the amount of tennis balls that have been collected. But
it's really weird because, like, I don't know, you don't really think about the impact that much. Like, I played tennis in high school, so like you'd grab a ball out of the cart and it would be flat and then you just throw it away. But that just goes to, lessen the environment. And so it's really cool that this group is taking the initiative for that.
It's a sweet way to save the planet. I love that. Well, that's all we have for you tonight.
Join us next week for your latest news, updates, and weather.
Make sure to check us out on mytv10.uwec.edu and at UWEC-TV10 on Instagram, TikTok, and subscribe to our channel on YouTube. I'm Liv Felix.
And I'm Evan Rosenick. Thanks for tuning in, and good night.